Hi everyone, so today we're going to be looking at the three different types of blood vessels. So there's three blood vessels that you need to be aware of in your body and how they're different from each other and what they do. So our three blood vessels are our arteries, our veins, and our capillaries. So these are our three different blood vessels in our bodies. Now the arteries go away from the heart, and they go towards the body. Now the easy way to remember this is arteries go away because they begin with A. So that A is going to be a reminder that they go away from the heart. Veins go into the heart from the body. Okay, and the way to remember this is that simply in is in the name. So veins go into the heart because in is in the name. Arteries go away, begin with A. And then you've got our capillaries, and these are our sort of connecting blood vessels. They connect our arteries and veins together, and they sort of go past all our tissues, and this is where you're going to get most of your diffusion of oxygen, glucose and carbon dioxide occurring. So all those sort of things we need to get in and out of cells is going to happen in the capillaries. Now our arteries have a very specific structure. So you're going to have your blood vessel here, and it's going to have a very small hole in the middle. So this hole has a special name. It is called the lumen. So the lumen is the hole that runs through the middle of our blood vessels, and you can see that it is small. And what you've got is this very thick, muscular, elastic wall. So it's thick, it's got lots of muscular tissue, and it's got a lot of elastic tissue. And this is because our artery is under high pressure. And that's really important because if you think our heart's going to be squeezing, it's going to be pumping, and it's going to be pushing through these arteries. So these need to withstand high pressure. Our veins, on the other hand, look quite different. So they're going to be not as thick, they're going to be relatively thin looking with a large lumen. So they're going to have a large lumen, and they're going to have thin elastic and muscular walls. So still going to have muscle tissue and elastic tissue in there, but they're going to be much thinner. And that's because they're under lower pressure. So if you think about it, they're returning to the heart, all that blood's been pumped through, and they're going to be much lower pressure because that blood's now returning to the heart after being pumped, and they're further away from that original pump from the heart. Now, because they're under lower pressure, they need to have a special structure in them which stops the blood going the wrong way. So we just draw a little side profile of our veins there. Then you're going to have these little structures. You're going to have valves. And these valves are going to open and close. So each time that heart pumps and that blood squirts, that's going to push open our valves. The blood can flow through, and then when it relaxes, the valves close, and that prevents the blood from going back again. So these valves to stop back flow. And that's really important because it makes sure the blood's all flowing in the same direction back to the heart. If the blood starts flowing in the wrong direction, it's not going to reach the heart, and then we're going to have lots of problems, lots of heart conditions or lack of oxygen, so on and so forth. And then finally we have our capillaries. Now our capillaries are quite different. They're really, really small, and their wall is 1 cell thick. They have a small lumen because they're relatively small, which means that only one blood vessel can pass through at a time. So they slow blood flow rate. That blood flows slows down. That allows us to have this diffusion occurring. If the blood's flowing too quickly, that diffusion's not going to occur effectively in our tissues. We want to make sure we're getting all that oxygen and all that glucose out of the bloodstream and all that carbon dioxide into the bloodstream. 1 cell thick allows for a short diffusion pathway, which just means that all that oxygen, glucose, and carbon dioxide has got less distance to travel. And they're going to be really small to allow that to happen effectively. And there you go. That's everything you need to know about the three blood vessels.